빛내세 자유천이고 숭고한 하늘 빛깔 순결의 백합 상하고 빛난 정신 이어가도다 고대영 육대주 천주까지도 억만세태 평성대 길이 빛내세 평화천이고 순정의 기쁨이 떠 천년한 날에 영생의 이상향을 나타내도다 고대영 육대주 천주까지도 억만세태 평성대 길이 빛내세 통일천이고 사계절 휘날리는 천일국 깃발 천진 천부모님 소망하도다 고대영 육대주 천주까지도 억만세태 평성대 길이 빛내세 행복천이고
Today is the 20th day of the 9th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, October 25, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 천진 참부모님께 경배. 바로 let us recite 가정맹세.
가정맹세 1. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상천국과 천상천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천일국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
To invite the presence of our Heavenly Parent and True Parents, may I call on Ms. Relina Dolindo for the opening prayer.
Let us all please join me in prayer. Good morning, our most loving Heavenly Parents and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Today, like almost every day, the whole Philippine movement centering on our national leader are starting our day with you as one family through this morning devotion. Today, October 25, 2021, Monday, the beginning of the work week, we are thirsty and hungry to hear and learn your words of true love that will keep us inspired and attuned to you the whole day and the whole week. We thank you, Heavenly Parents, for the infinite blessings you bestowed upon us every day. Though most of the time we are not worthy of these blessings, we always fall short of your expectation of doing our individual portion of responsibility, and yet, as parent, you unconditionally poured upon blessings to us. We are such a wretched individual in front of you, Heavenly Parent. Heavenly Father, though unworthy, we again shamefully ask that you guide our national leader into bestowing your message of love today. Also, the Hundok leader who will read through parents' words. Another is the person who will lead us into saying our daily 10 points of gratitude, and also our brothers and sisters who will tell us a reflection centering on your message and through parents' words today. Further, we ask that you will guide also our MC, our host, and technical staff to smoothly, without problem, conduct victoriously this morning devotion in your name and glory. We humbly ask, pray, and report this together as one unification family here in the Philippines and around the world in the names of Ray and Relina Dolendo, Central West Family, Aju, Aju, Aju.
Drew, thank you so much, Tita Relina, for that uh, prayer. So let's offer our individual prayer. Drew. Okay, let's have our morning greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning to our ancestors. Good morning to all our dear leaders, our elders, blessed families, and brothers and sisters who are joining our morning devotion in Zoom, in FB Live, and also in YouTube. Thank you so much for joining this morning. So, for our Honduke reading, may I call on our one of our WCARP staff, Philippines, Miss Vanessa Dinaheba.
Mother, Mother of Peace, a memoir by Hakjahan Moon. Chapter 2. I came into this world as an only begotten daughter. Continuation. As it was in February 1955, we are all three departed Jeju, bound to Chonchon. My mother rented a house, a small room for us in the Yaksadong neighborhood, and my grandmother lived with my uncle's family nearby. I enrolled in Bongre Elementary School and soon entered the sixth grade. On the school ground stood in a big sycamore tree, its circumference greater than I could reach around. I read books under its abundant shade in the hot weather. There was a coal briquette factory next to the school, and my shoes could be covered with black soot when I walked past. All these spring out fresh in my memory. And the next year, in 1956, I graduated from elementary school. I was 13 and received my graduation certificate after having attended four different schools. Though I had been a student in Bonjed but 1 year, I was honored at the graduation ceremony with an award for doing well in my studies. God finally responded to my mother's chaseless prayers and pleadings. I cared for her once again and extended through Chongsokchon, our friend from the Lady Lord Church, Holy Lord Church. Mr. Chong remembered the last words of his late mother. The Holy Lord Church founder, Reverend Kim Song-do, if someone fails to accomplish what God was entrust him to do, it must be accomplished through someone else. The group to which the Lord is coming will be accused and slandered as a sex cult. Its member will be persecuted and imprisoned. If you hear of such a church, know that it may be the true church and that you should personally investigate it and decide for yourself. So Mr. Chong diligently traveled the country to participate in revival meetings. He did not find what he was looking for until May 1955, when he read in a Dongjo Ibu, a Seoul newspaper, about an incident of Ewha Women's University. 5 Ewha professors had been fired from the faculty for joining a group called Unification Church, led by a man called Teacher Moon. A 14th student has been expelled from the school for the
I'm so
same
grateful. Good
reason.
morning to our Heavenly Parent.
Sensing the spirit of prophetic mother, Mr. Chong sent a letter with the newspaper clipping to his older sister in Busan. His sister took a look at the clipping and, without thinking twice, booked passage to Seoul with her daughter. They arrived and found their way to the Jangchungdong headquarters of the Unification Church, but were unable to meet its leader at that time. The members told her the location, the Unification Church in Busan, and she returned home. From there, she informed her younger brother what had happened, and that was the another Unification Church branch in Jeju. Junjong visited a church in Jeju, listened to divine principal lectures, accepted its teaching, and joined. Then out of the blue, 10 days later, the local group was sent reeling. On July 4, Teacher Moon and several of his church members were incarcerated and at Sedenum prison in Seoul. Mr. Jong traveled to Seoul to visit Teacher Moon in prison. In that visit, he received inspiration and encouragement. Mr. Chung knew that he had found the one whom Jesus had sent. From some 3 months later, on October 4, Teacher Moon had acquitted of all the charge for which he had been imprisoned. At that point, Mr. Chong rescued his family support in Jeju to move to Seoul to devote himself full-time to God's will. After he released from Moon, Teacher Moon visited Jeju. At the time, I was 12 years old, living with my family in Chonchon, several hours from Jeju. One morning, my mother told me that she had a dream of cuddling a white dragon in her arms. She did not know what the white dragon symbolized, for I nor what it meant to cradle it in her arms. But she said that something earth-shaking was about to transpire. That very day, she received a letter from Mr. Chong about his meeting the Divine Principle Movement and meeting Teacher Moon in prison, and who Teacher Moon is, and that Teacher Moon my mother left in Jeju immediately, only to find that Teacher Moon had returned to Seoul. My mother felt deep regret, and while staying overnight in Jeju, she had another dream. In it, she saw a pair of golden dragons prostrating in themselves in the direction to Seoul. With this vision carved into her heart, she took the train to Seoul the next morning and proceeded to the Unification Movement newly purchased headquarters in Chonpadong. It was nearly in December 1955. There, she met the teacher of the Unification Church for the first time. The moment she greeted him, she realized that the white dragon in her dream represented none other than him, and that he was the one she had been seeking. She was deeply moved to meet in her lifetime on earth the Lord of the Second Advent, for whom she had suffered and sacrificed for 3 decades. She stayed at Chongpadong to study the principle and heard teaching that put together what she had learned in the Holy Lord Church and inside the Wound Church. With each lecture, her eyes were opened and her initial inspiration was confirmed. At times, she pondered the meaning of her dream in the pair of golden dragons, not coming up with anything, but she put all of her mind. Despite my mother's admiration, Drew.
Drew. Let's give a hand or let's give a virtual applause to the words of our beloved true parents and to Miss Vanessa for the meeting. Thank you so much, Miss Vanessa. Okay, moving on. So one of the tradition that our true parents taught us is to be grateful every day. And I know he's ready already to share with us his 10 points of gratitude this morning. So may I invite our FFWPU Pasay City leader, Pastor Julius Escleto, to share with us his 10 points of gratitude.
Hello, good morning, everyone. First and foremost, good morning to our Heavenly Parent, true parents, to our national leader, to all Chonbo families, blessed families, brothers and sisters. This morning, I was given this opportunity to share my 10 points of gratitude. So these are my 10 points of gratitude. Number one, I'm so grateful to our Heavenly Parent and true parents for giving me this new day, new life, and opportunity to practice His words. Number two, I'm so grateful to our national leader for initiating this morning devotion as our source of life elements and internal guidance every day. Number three, I'm so grateful to our ancestors for laying that foundation of heart that leads me to meet and attend our true parents. And number four, I'm so grateful that I was born in this era of our true parents, the only person that could remove my original sin. And from that foundation, transform me from this fallen state into that original state. And very valuable person. Number five, I'm so grateful for true parents who give me the blessing that enables me to inherit Heavenly Parents through love, through life, and through lineage. And number six, I'm so grateful for our Heavenly Parent for giving me a wife that shows me the opposite side of my character, as well as a family that enables me to experience parental heart. I'm so grateful to our Heavenly Parent and true parents for the blessing that He had entrusted to me, that my source of livelihood was able to survive during this pandemic. And I'm so grateful to our leaders who entrusted me this mission, even though I'm not qualified, but then they have given me this opportunity to experience more the heart of God, the heart of our true parents, the heart of our elders, leaders in the providence of restoration. And I'm so grateful to our true mother who constantly guide and educate us and desire her desire for all of us to become a Chonbo families. That's all for my 10 points of gratitude. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's give a virtual applause to Pastor Jonas Ismael. Thank you so much, Paul, for sharing your gratitude points this morning. Okay, so to prepare our hearts as well as our environment to receive our eternal guidance this morning, let's watch and be inspired by the offering song offered to us by one of the blessed children here in Quezon City, Miss Juliana Isabel Reyes, with the song title Always You. Let's welcome her a round of virtual applause.
Who am I that the Lord of all the earth would care to know my name, would care to feel my hurt? Who am I that the bright morning star would choose to light the way for my ever-wandering heart? Not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow. A wave tossed in the ocean, vapor in the wind till you hear me when I'm calling. Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I'm yours, I'm yours. Who am I that the eyes that see my sin look on me with love and watch me rise again? Who am I that the voice that calmed the sea would go down through the rain and calm the storm in me? But because of who I am, but because of what you've done, not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow, a wave tossed in the ocean, a vapor in the wind. Still you hear me when I'm calling. Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I'm yours. Not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow, a wave tossed in the ocean, a vapor in the wind. Still you hear me when I'm calling. Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I'm yours. I'm yours. I'm yours. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? 'Cause I am yours. I am yours.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Miss Juliana Isabel, for that very beautiful offering song. So, once again, let's give a round of virtual applause to our participants, and you can also give a heart reaction to your screens if you would like. Okay, so I know everybody is now prepared in heart and in mind to receive the internal guidance from our national leader this morning. So, without further ado, to give the internal guidance this morning, let's all welcome with a round of virtual applause our national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Hano.
Thank you very much to our sister Jenna, our MC for this morning. First, I would like to greet our heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning to our heavenly parents and true parents, to all our beloved leaders, Chandu families, the central families, and beloved brothers and sisters. Good morning to all of you. Annyeonghaseyo and Ohayo gozaimasu. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And thank you very much for joining again our morning devotion. I would like to really thank our NCR family for hosting today's morning devotion. Thank you very much to our sister Juliana for her beautiful song and her beautiful voice. Many times she was entertaining us through her beautiful songs and her beautiful voice. Thank you, Juliana. And also, I would like to thank our leader of Pasay, Pastor Julius Escleto. Thank you very much po for sharing your beautiful points of appreciation. We are really learning from each other. Maraming salamat po. So yesterday we had, I think all of us could participate the victory celebration, marking the 9th year Songwa anniversary of our beloved true father. All the events that had happened, it was truly a miracle. So we're truly grateful to see all the victorious reports and especially also to see our beloved true mother happy yesterday, right? So thank you so much for joining together. We can really understand true mother's urgent desire. So actually this morning I would like to share with you true mother's message yesterday, but this is not official translation. This is just based on my recording. But I feel it's important for us to understand more really a true mother's heart through her words. Yeah, so after we can get the official translation, we will be sending to all brothers and sisters. Yeah, today is our 32nd day of our national morning devotion. Also, after around 8 days, we're going to complete like 120 days, and we will be starting another. So I'm really grateful to all beloved brothers and sisters that we could join together every day to attend our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. So today I will be sharing with you True Mother's message yesterday. Based on the unofficial translation based just on my recording. So True Mother said yesterday that today is indeed a happy day. Beloved leaders from around the world participating today, leaders and thus families, today is indeed a happy day. While on earth, the fact that we can live together with true parents and attend God in substance and live together is a realization of God's dream, the ideal of the kingdom of heaven on earth. The realization of this ideal is now coming to fruition, and the first step has been accomplished. Really, True Mother's first word yesterday after she greeted everyone, Mother said that today is indeed a happy day. Truly, we could feel from our beloved True Mother, she was really so happy. And then together with all our brothers and sisters worldwide. So Mother was saying here that while on earth, the fact that we can live together with true parents and attend God in substance and live together is a realization of God's dream, the ideal of the kingdom of heaven on earth. So when God created Adam and Eve, God already wanted, his dream is for Adam and Eve to become true parents. And then all humanity is going to live with Adam and Eve as the true parents of humanity. And then attending God in substance, Mother said, right? So Mother is saying that while we are on earth, and the fact that we are now living with true parents on earth, and then attending God in substance, this is the realization of God's dream. This era now where we are living in, the ideal of the kingdom of heaven on earth. So this is, can you imagine after 6,000 years, this dream of God, could be realized. So the realization of this ideal is now coming to fruition. And the first step has been accomplished, right? The first step. So of course we couldn't complete yet, but already the first step has been accomplished. True Mother said that we are now living with true parents on earth, right? Already true parents have accomplished the responsibility. It should be, Adam and Eve fulfilling their responsibility when God created, right, the world. So Mother's emphasizing to us the importance, the value of living together in this time with our true parents. This is the realization of God's dream. Aju? So That's why when we think about all the people of this world, they need to know, actually, right? They need to know, and then they need to understand. And then they need to really feel and understand the value living to get together with true parents on earth while true mothers is still alive on earth. This is the dream of God, that human beings live together with true parents, right? And then attending God in substance in our physical, while we are in our physical body, not only when we go to the spiritual world, right? This is the dream of our heavenly parent. How lucky we are, right? That's why Mother said, indeed, this is a happy day. True Mother said, heaven has waited for so long for this day to come about. So heaven has waited for so long for this day to come about. We are fully aware of this until this day. One day could come, Heavenly Parents' advent, and to begin earthly life. I'm truly grateful that heaven has blessed the Korean Peninsula and sent true parents. In particular, heaven sent me as the only begotten daughter to this peninsula. So really, how long Mother said that heaven has waited for this day to come about. Really tremendous course that the Heavenly Parent have gone through, right? We cannot imagine. Heavenly Parent have gone through 6,000 years for waiting for this time to come. So finally, after 6,000 years, this day could come. Mother said, I am truly grateful that heaven has blessed the Korean Peninsula and sent through parents. So, the people are still waiting that still, Jesus will come and, still will going to come with the chosen people. But we learned that, because the nation of Israel and then the people who have chosen by God, they couldn't, take responsibility. That's why, as the story in the Bible, right? God will not going to send again the Messiah in the same nation or in the same, with the same chosen people, right? That's why Mother's saying here that she was grateful. Heaven has blessed the Korean Peninsula. So Korean Peninsula, the nation of Korea was the chosen nation. So a Heavenly Parent could send through parents in Korea. And then in particular, especially Mother said, she's very grateful because heaven sent her, the only begotten daughter in the Korean Peninsula. How much, Heavenly Parents have waited for this time that once again, he could send the Messiah, right? So after 4,000 years, Jesus would come, but because of the failure of the chosen people, they couldn't receive the Messiah. And then Heavenly Parent have waited again for another 2,000 years. And then finally, Heavenly Parent could send the Messiah in the Korean Peninsula. That's why how important really the Korean Peninsula is. So nakita natin yung really the advancement of the nation of Korea. That's why many people are saying, Korea, what happened to Korea is really a miracle. Can you imagine just for about 650 from the Korean War, like just for 50 years, nag-advance na talaga, Korean really developed tremendously. And then especially now this time, after 70 years, we can now see the great advancement in Korean Peninsula. Many people are wondering, but because many people doesn't know, but people who knows the providence that because of true parents coming, they were born in Korea. That's why Korean nation advanced tremendously, right? And then the Korean culture is being now spread all over the world through the K-pop, the Korean music, Korean drama. All these things are happening, but many people doesn't really know what is the main reason, right? But because we know true parents, we know God's providence, we know that it's because of our Heavenly Parent. Because Korea should really become the central nation because the Messiah was born here, born in Korea. A Jew, the only begotten son and the only begotten daughter. So that's why True Mother was so grateful, right? That Heavenly Parent has blessed Korean Peninsula and sent true parents in this nation. And specifically, True Mother could be born in Korea. True Mother said, true parents' wish is for this nation to attend Heavenly Parents in substance. However, when we look at the reality facing the world today, the people of this nation still have not been able to awaken to the providential mission of this nation. And these people have, and we can see this reality. The wish of true parents as well is for this nation that has been blessed by heaven to become a nation that attends the Heavenly Parents in substance, and that it becomes a heavenly unified nation that can proudly and confidently stand before the world, showing the world this is the standard for a nation and the people to attend Heavenly Parent. That is my wish for this nation. And until now, no one could think of the previous environment that could lead to the realization of this ideal. True parents holding on to heaven, particularly the Christian foundation, could not fulfill its responsibility and become the foundation for true parents. So what is really true parents, urgent wish and desire? As Dr. Yun gave report yesterday, really what is the most serious is really for the reunification of Korean Peninsula. Truly amazing, actually, the report of Dr. Yun yesterday, especially all the activities, the events that happened, that took place, especially during this celebration of True Father's 90th Songwa anniversary. We cannot, think about that. All these things is truly a miracle, right? Mother mentioned that it is because of Heavenly Parent. Truly amazing. We cannot imagine what organization in the world is doing what we are doing. Only our organization, right? And then, meeting with Honsen, this, True Mother has some words about that one later. Really, truly amazing, right? So really, True Mother's heart now is, really longing to see a heavenly unified Korea. And then we have 6 months to go. So all nations actually now needs to really focus. This should be also our focus. How can we contribute? How can we contribute? Right. So when I'm thinking also, that's why I'm also writing my reflection. Really, how can we contribute also our nation? As we are second daughter nation, ibig sabihin, more than any other nation, our nation is playing a very important role as second daughter nation. Malaki ang role ng country natin. So how can we contribute? Of course, we are praying every day, but also substantially our nation, how can our nation contribute? So again, when I think about our Pacific Christian Leadership Conference that we just launched, through this also we can contribute. If we continue to educate religious leaders, and then if we can strengthen the foundation, really reaching out top religious leaders of our nation, right? We can educate them about True Parents Providence. And then later on, we can bring them to Korea. If we can bring influential religious leaders, especially from the mainstream religion, and then we could bring them to Korea later on. They can meet True Mother. And then if these are influential religious leaders also, they can influence the Korean Christianity. They can really help. They can contribute. And then also another thing, our partnership with the government. So a few days ago, we met Honorable Cardema. Maybe I just shared to our leaders, but maybe you could see in Facebook, right? With our leaders, with Dr. Kittle, Dr. Julius Malikdam, Reverend Ronnie, President Rene, you Angel, we met. He is now OIC of National Youth Commission. Then actually just waiting for papers and official documents. He will become the chairman of the National Youth Commission again. And then actually, when we had the meeting, not only us sharing with him our plans, he was sharing also to us. He was very inspired, especially reaching out the ROTC officers, educating them about the victory over communism, right? We started in regional level, and then we wanted to bring down to provincial, to the city, municipality, and to the provinces. And then also we will be getting our president's message, especially during the partners appreciation after our regional youth forum. So also I could see through this also partnering with the government, reaching the highest officials of our nation, right? And then if they will going to also understand the work, the tremendous and incredible work of our true parents for the realization of peace, not only in the Korean Peninsula, but worldwide, then we can get their support also, right? And then if, you know, that's why what we could see now, what through Cambodia, they can invite, you know, all leaders, including from Russia, from China, really, when all nations could come together, right? And then really what will going to happen, and then we support the reunification of Korean Peninsula. All powerful nations especially will come together, religious leaders come together. Can you imagine what will going to happen? Really, in our very eyes, Korean Peninsula will really be reunited. Really, our true mother is really advancing continuously the providence. Aju. So that's why yesterday's report, you know, also Dr. Yun is really letting us understand that we have to focus this time actually for the reunification of Korean Peninsula. The establishment of heavenly unified world will begin from here. Kaya nga po tayo, also individually with our family, our prayers, right? Continuously we are praying for this. And then also as a nation, we unite together as a nation. And then we reach out also in all regions, ang mga kan natin doon, religious leaders, government officials. And then, you know, this foundation that we are, you know, laying, once it comes together as one, you know, centering in our nation, we will be reaching the highest of the nation, highest officials in the religious realm, in the, you know, the government side also, and all sectors of society. And then they will going to understand the work of our true parents. Then this nation, strong support for the reunification of the Korean Peninsula. So we can really contribute. So this is actually for the 6 months time. This is what all nations of the world needs to think about and focus how to contribute for the reunification of Korean Peninsula. So we really need to understand deeply the heart of our beloved true mother, right? Her longingness, her eagerness to see one united Korea by next year, 2022. Aju? Yeah, so Mother emphasized here, you know, that the Christians couldn't really take responsibility that time. That's why this time, this is now the opportunity for them again. So through us, we have to really give them the opportunity to fulfill their, you know, unfulfilled responsibility. Aju, so the wish of true parents is for the nation of Korea that was blessed by heaven to attend heavenly parents in substance. Aju? So we can do something for this. So let's really work together and unite completely with our beloved true mother. Mother said, heaven and earth had no choice but to be moved by the sincere jongsong and efforts of true parents. So true parents have offered all the jongsong and all the efforts that we could. We work to bring unity between America and Japan, investing tremendous efforts. So true parents laid the foundation to bring hope for a better future and hope until this foundation of hope could be established. Heaven has worked tremendously hard. The efforts that heaven expanded are indescribable. Heaven and earth had no choice but to be moved by the sincere jongsong and efforts of true parents. The path of tremendous investment by true parents is now bearing fruits through the launch of the Asia-Pacific Civilization of Peace. Various nations around the world are now uniting as one with true parents and working together to truly bring about a world of peace that the path is being pioneered together. So really all these things became possible because of the sincere jongsong and efforts of our beloved true parents. Of course, we are doing something, you know, we have some victories, but it's all because of our true parents, our heavenly parents, right? Really, you know, we learn from Father, even Father said that even true heavenly parents is really very grateful to our beloved true parents. No one on earth, you know, so through true parents, heavenly parents could work on earth. So that's why how very grateful even our heavenly parents to true parents. Father many times mentioned that this path that they have gone through, true parents' path, no one knows about this, even actually heavenly parent. It is really true parents who have pioneered and they discover each, you know, and every way of this this path. You know, so through the sincere jongsong and effort of our beloved true parents, Mother said here, heaven and earth had no choice but to be moved by the sincere jongsong and efforts of true parents. That's why sometimes also we have a lot of difficulties and challenges in our life, fulfilling our mission in the national, in the regional, in the, you know, center levels. But, you know, really jongsong, if we really sincerely offer our jongsong, our effort, there is no choice for heaven and earth but to be moved. This is what happens because of true parents, you know, offering everything, giving up even their life, and then never actually ask from heaven, from heavenly parent. They move with a grateful heart continuously without any complaint, and then without even asking from our heavenly parent, but only selflessly going and marching forward, thinking about liberating God, liberating all humanity. So this kind of, you know, just very strong mindset of our true parents with only one mind and one motivation to liberate heavenly parent, to comfort heavenly parent, liberate humanity. Then because of this jongsong and effort of true parents, Mother said, heaven and earth had no choice but to be moved. We're truly grateful to our beloved true parents. No one on earth, no one in history, and no one, even, you know, the coming generations. That's why only true parents. Their jongsong has moved heaven and earth. That's why all these miracles took place beyond our imagination. Aju, so Mother said the path of tremendous investment by true parents is now bearing fruits through the launch of the Asia-Pacific Civilization of Peace. Various nations around the world are now uniting as one with true parents and working together to truly bring about a world of peace, that the path is being pioneered together. Truly amazing. All nations of the world now, can you imagine Cambodia? You know, when I didn't go to Cambodia yet, because of what I'm hearing with Hun Sen. And then the first time I went to Cambodia with YLT that time, I think election is coming that time. And then I went to, I think in Battambang, and then there's one big gathering that time with Hun Sen there, and then many military, many police. So what I'm hearing to young members that time is like, you know, like Hun Sen is really very strong. He controls everything, like, you know, like communists in Cambodia, like this, like that. But now, can you imagine? Really, because of true parents, heaven was really moved. Even the most unexpected nation, can you imagine Hun Sen, more than 30 years now, Prime Minister, the only actually now Prime Minister with this, you know, that more than 30 years, is still he is the Prime Minister. And then who really responded to True Mother now? This kind of, you know, person who is actually very powerful. And then, you know, with ties with China, with Russia. That's why amazing, actually. This is truly miracle. Right? So now all nations of the world now are coming together, uniting with True Mother now. Can you imagine what happened with President Trump, Prime Minister Abe? Really, we never imagined. True parents are the ones that brought miracle to take place beyond imagination. That's why really, through true parents' efforts, kaya tayo, if we really unite and really fulfill our responsibilities, really miracles will take place naturally. Our nation, also a second daughter nation, can become Chonelguk, can really contribute greatly for the reunification of Korean Peninsula if we just unite with our true mother together and unite together as one, brothers and sisters, setting aside our, you know, individual thinking, our, you know, really unite with the heart of our true mother. Also, tremendous things will going to happen in our nation, and then greatly we can contribute for the reunification of Korean Peninsula. Really, jongsong and effort, sincere jongsong and effort is really the key. Aju, aju. Mother said we could feel that this one day was prepared by heaven. And this time, Dr. Yun visited Cambodia. Through that official state visit, we only heard this report. And we could feel that this one day was prepared by heaven. We can feel it. We can feel this. How is it possible that even though the religion may be different, the leaders of a nation could accept and uphold the ideology of true parents and agree to march together for the realization of a world of peace? How could they resolve to work together to establish lasting peace and invest all their efforts and resources and wisdom to this end? Really, cannot really imagine. So Mother said that this one day, the meeting of Dr. Yun to President Hun Sen, can you imagine? Dr. Yun was welcome as head of state. Right? So if you visit, if you visit Hun Sen's FB page, type nyo lang po yung Hun Sen sa FB, you will going to see his page. He has around 13 million followers, si Hun Sen. And then you will going to see doon yung picture with the visit of Dr. Yun representing True Mother. Truly amazing, right? So Mother said that that day was prepared by heaven. Really prepared by heaven. And then Mother is saying here, how is it possible that even though the religion may be different, the leaders of a nation could accept and uphold the ideology of true parents and agree to march together for the realization of a world of peace? How could they resolve to work together to establish lasting peace and invest all their efforts and resources and wisdom to this end? Truly, this only is happening now. Never happened in the past. Many also great people came, talking about coming together, unity together. But who on earth could do these things? Only our true parents. And then now, nations of the world, leaders of the nations of the world are accepting true parents. Even they have their different religion. Right? Even they have their different religion and then very strong. They don't want actually to, give in to other religions. Actually, that's the practice before. But now, they are now opening. Not only, supporting, but really taking responsibility. Like as Hun Sen is like the chair of the organizing committee for the summit that we are preparing for. Right? Really taking full responsibility. Taking full responsibility, not only supporting. Right? Really taking responsibility as owner this time. So how could this happen, Mother said? That, they also resolved to work together and establish lasting peace and invest all their efforts and resources. So as we could see now what's happening, this is not really just, supporting us, but really taking ownership now. Also investing even their resources, their efforts. How could this be? How could this thing happen now? If not because of our Heavenly Parent. Really, heaven has prepared this day. Ju, truly amazing, right? I'm also truly grateful to Dr. Yun, our Director General, who is really working very hard and who is really one in heart with our beloved True Mother. With absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. This is truly the key. That's why each one of us really uniting with our beloved True Mother, really putting our absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. This is really the key for miracle to take place. Due for heaven to intervene. Amazing, right? Mother said, heaven has raised countless true leaders and righteous people. This is the foundation through which we can advance the realization of Heavenly Parent's dream, lasting peace in the world, but also the realization of one family of humanity under the Heavenly Parent, bringing the world as one family. More than anyone else, the true leaders who are taking the lead and the true leaders and the righteous people that heaven has raised for this moment are truly something for which we should be grateful to heaven. Heaven has raised countless true leaders and righteous people for this moment. Many times already, even in the past speeches of True Mother, Mother said, really, you just need to look for righteous people. Righteous people has been prepared by heaven. So, like our Prime Minister Hun Sen now, he has prepared by heaven, right? So many more top, leaders of the nation, Prime Minister, presidents, also when I think about this, our nation also now, like the election sa atin is like the same time ng election sa Korea. And then also I'm thinking the election also in our nation this time is very, very important. Can you imagine the next president will be covering the the time until 2027. That's why this time we are praying a lot, right? Really, the election also in our nation, this is also very providential. We need to really pray that really the most righteous president that really can support heaven's work should become the president of our nation. That's why sometimes siguro meron tayong mga kanya-kanya po na kan, but you know, we have to go beyond our individual understanding, individual thinking of what's happening now. We have to always consider the providence of heaven. So can you imagine the next president who's going to sit from 2022 until 2028, covering, you know, this period until 2027. No matter what, our nation should attend heaven. No matter what, our nation also should attend our beloved true mother. Right? All the people of this nation should attend heaven. That's why we really need to pray a lot this time. We need to offer Jongsong that the best president that heaven wanted needs to become the president also of our nation. Aju? So all the leaders now, actually we are being guided. Righteous leaders are coming now. All these things through our rally of hope, we could have many, you know, open the way after our rally of hope in the Philippines. We could meet many, you know, righteous leaders from the government, from the religious, you know, side, and then through our PCLC, you know, high dignitaries from the Roman Catholic came to us, four, including the one who represented. So these are not just merely because of our work. Heaven is working beyond our imagination. That's why we, as blessed families, Chonbo families, brothers and sisters who are working with true parents, we cannot just think based on our humanistic point of view. We have to always consider what is heaven's, you know, way and thinking. Aju? So we have to really look for the righteous people. So Mother is saying here that we have to be grateful, sabi niya dito, the true leaders who are taking the lead and the true leaders and the righteous people that heaven has raised for this moment are truly something for which we should be grateful to heaven. Heaven has raised countless true leaders and righteous people for this moment, really, even in our country. That's why, you know, this time also I'm really praying a lot for these people. Those leaders who are working with us now, especially in the side of the government now. We cannot really bring victory on our own. We have to really bring them together and share to them the vision of true parents. And then let them be inspired and take ownership. Become honored, and then later on they will going also, not only their effort, they will invest even their resources. Aju, already the time has really come. It is now only through, you know, tayo na lang talaga ngayon. It's just up to us now. How can we really have this miracle that heaven is preparing for us to take place through our efforts, our unity, and our sincere heart and Jongsong? Aju, really amazing. Mother said, please remember this point and do your very best. Yes, indeed, heaven can no longer wait for the unification movement. Blessed families, particularly the blessed families in Korea. Your responsibility is indeed great. This nation must become a nation that attends God as the heavenly parent. To firmly accomplish this objective over the next 6 months, please believe in heaven and unite with the only begotten daughter, true mother. If you fulfill your responsibilities, then heaven will surely stand by your side. And our dream will be the realization of heavenly parents' dream, that they will indeed come true. Please remember this point and do your very best. That is my humble request to all of you. Aju? So this is the humble request of our beloved true mother. Please remember this point and do your very best. So really, heaven cannot longer anymore that our movement, all of us blessed families, particularly blessed families in Korea, to be able to really realize heaven's dream. That's why Mother said, your responsibility is indeed great. All of us. This nation must become a nation that attends God as the heavenly parent. So to firmly accomplish this objective in 6 months' time, sabi ni Mother, what is really the key? in these 6 months to fulfill this. Please believe in heaven and unite with the only begotten daughter, true mother. So this is the key. Please believe in heaven and unite with the only begotten daughter, true mother. If you fulfill your responsibilities, then heaven will surely stand by your side. Our dream will be the realization of Heavenly Parents' dream, that they will indeed come true. So please remember this point and do your very best. This is my humble request to all of you. Aju, wow, truly amazing, our beloved true mother. So let's really march forward. Again, we were empowered. We are reminded by true mother. So the only thing now, we have to believe in heaven and unite with the only begotten daughter, our beloved true mother. Surely, without fail, it will come true. It will be realized. Korea will become a unified nation, centering on our beloved true mother. Let's really do our best also with all our responsibilities and really elevate, make our nation also contribute greatly for the reunification of Korean Peninsula. Aju, let's really work together and unite as one, centering on our beloved true mother. Aju, so let's really give a big round of applause to our beloved true mother of heaven, earth, and all humankind. Thank you so much to our beloved true parents. Truly amazing, right? So thank you very much once again to all our beloved leaders, the central families, brothers and sisters. May Heavenly Parents' love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Let's have a great day today. 감사합니다.
Thank you so much, our national leader, Reverend Dr. Lohalog, for that inspiring message. And let's get a round of virtual applause to our beloved true parents and as well as to our national leader. Thank you so much. So now let's move to our reflection sharing. Okay, so I would like to remind our brothers and sisters who would like to share their reflections, their hearts this morning, to maximize the 5 minutes that is allotted for you to share your heart. Okay, so let's first call one of our sister in assigned in Taguig Church. So let's call Miss Sandra Escamos to share her reflection this morning.
Good morning, Heavenly Parent and Medical Sisters. Kind. Good morning, our national leader, our Chonbu family, all the brothers and sisters here in the Zoom. Good morning, everyone. So I will share my reflection this morning. So all of us are really inspired about the message of our True Mother yesterday. And yeah, it's really amazing that our True Mother is really working hard in the providence of restoration. And when I saw True Mother yesterday, I'm really eager to go to Korea to see her personally because I didn't see True Mother personally. But then when I think it deeply inside my heart that what is my accomplishment if I go to Korea? So I was really thinking of how I can contribute to the providence of restoration. So as a blessed couple, it's really difficult. It's really difficult kasi even though we are blessed, even though I am blessed already, but the responsibility is like that. So when you are single, we are struggling for our own selves. I think my first struggle is how to unite my mind and body. So even though I'm staying in the center, I'm doing the mission HTM. I'm going every day. I go in the front line, but still I don't know how to unite my mind and bodies because we have our physical limitations, and sometimes if we have struggles, we cannot do anything in the front line. But when I was here in Taguig, I was really challenged on how to manage myself, on how to manage my mission also, because I want to be blessed. And yeah, this is my restoration. So I was envy also to those people, to those brothers and sisters na nag-join sila mga bata pa. So they can really they can learn earlier about the principle. So parang naging ako, parang late yung ko, yung late yung nagiging maturity ko about principle. So parang ngayon, parang di ko alam kung when I will start. So when I was here in Taguig, so doon ako talagang yung maturity ko. Dito nag-start yung maturity ko last year. So I was really challenged. So I challenged also myself na dapat this time I will be blessed, and then I can do also my tribal messiahship. Parang ganun. So all of us, kasi yun yung natin, dream natin, that we can have our own tribe. We can restore our tribe also. Kasi in my case, I am the one first who joined the movement in our family. So nasa akin shoulder ko talaga yung restoration ng or liberation ng mga ancestors ko. So I'm still fighting for this for this challenge. So yeah, we need to do our very best talaga. Your mother said in her last words. So we need to do our very best. So last night we are talking with Tita. So if we are really wanted to have our own tribal messiah until 2027, so we can have that one after 6 years. So every day daw we need to bless one couple every once a week or one couple per week. So we can do it daw if we really determined to contribute in Vision 2027 of our True Mother. So yeah, that's all lang po. Thank you so much for listening, and have a good morning. 감사합니다.
Sige, virtual applause to Ate Sandra. Thank you so much for sharing your heart this morning. And indeed, the victorious foundation and accomplishment of our True Mother this time is really overwhelming. And we're looking forward also ourselves to have that kind of victory, be it individual or a family, a tribe. So I would like to thank you. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank you to all our Chunbo couples. You're really making our true mothers happy. You're making true mothers happy. Like she can smile, because of the achievements and hard works of all our Chunbo couples, our leaders, of course, now here in the Philippines. So to welcome the next one to share her reflection. So let's welcome our HJLTP in Pasig City, Miss Maluk Alcaraz. So let's welcome her. Round of applause.
So, good morning po to our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Good morning to our national leader, to our Sir LA, to our Chonbo families, our blessed families, elders, brothers, and sisters. So, I'm shaking. Kinakabahan po ako, hindi ako sanay. So, iba po talaga pag reflection and you're doing MC. So, actually, I really feel I'm not worthy to share anything, pero from the message that we heard from this morning from our True Mother's message. Hindi ko po alam pero every time I see True Mother in our events, I feel happy, but at the same time I feel sad somehow seeing True Mother na nahihirapang maglakad, 'di ba? Someone is assisting our True Mother when every time na nasa event po siya, and somehow it breaks my heart to to see her kasi nakikita ko po na nahihirapan siya, but still she continue doing her best. And sa isang tao po na tulad ko, like, yeah, every one of us is like, simple or simple people, 'di ba? Parang with so many flaws and limitations in ourselves, it's really shameful to look, or even to look at True Mother sometimes. Kaya from True Mother's message, we can see how she is really, longing for the unity of North and South Korea, 'di ba po? And paano po ba natin magagawa yung best natin for to make True Mother happy? Kasi True Mother is really doing her best to really make Heavenly Parents happy, di ba po? So, ayun, I just really, from the message, I reflect na True Mother is not really giving up. So, paano ako? Di ba? Parang gaano po nakakahiya talaga. I don't know, pero I just really feel it that way, na nakakahiya po tumingin kay True Mother, lalo na kapag nakikita mo yung lahat ng limitation mo. So for now na nandito po tayo sa stage na pandemic, then we can see True Mother often kasi marami po tayong activities. Mas lagi ko pong nakikita na lagi pong sinasabi ng isip ko na please, pagpahingahin na natin si True Mother. Hindi naman po yung pahinga na but we can see our True Mother po rest, na tayo na po yung nagtatrabaho for the sake of the providence. But we know that parents' heart are like that po talaga. They really want to do everything for their children. But True Mother's mind is not only for her children, but for God po, na mapasaya niya po talaga si Heavenly Parent, even though na siya ay yung age po ni Mother is hindi na po siya bumabata, and we cannot deny yun. Basta yun po talaga yung lagi kong nafe-feel every time I see True Mother, yung wini-welcome na po siya and someone is assisting her. Dun po ko mas nagiging teary-eyed kaysa po doon sa message. Maybe because I can really see how True Mother is really trying her best. So, ayun po, I am just grateful to everyone, especially to all our leaders who are really doing their best for the providence. I really admire the dedication, and ayun, for the reminders po every day na even though na-achieve na po natin yung mga personal desires natin, we must not really forget yung true meaning why we are here in the movement is to make God and True Parents happy by fulfilling our portion of responsibility. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat po, and happy Monday.
Thank you so much, Ate Maru, for sharing your heartfelt reflection this morning. So indeed, yeah. So I feel the same way too. But I think of all of us that we feel that way when True Mother come out, and we we can't stop our tears. So let's do our best. So I think somebody would like to share from the Zoom. Anybody who would like to share? Somebody is raising his or her hand kanina. Please click po the ano. Ayan. Okay, let's welcome Brother JP Ombina to share his reflection.
Good morning, God's partner, friends, and kind. Good morning, Sir LA, and all the leaders in this family. So, my reflection for today is very grateful and thankful po kasi True Father is always my dream until po bago um, magsimula po. So, kasi True Father po kasi is really very happy kasi I always comforting me. And then, ano po, the time po na napag-hindi ko kasi True Father is for apat na beses na po siya. It's really comforting so much na pinapakita niya po sa akin na kailangan ko yung gawin yung best ko para sa ancestor ko and to my family po. And then, that time po kasi so big, very inspiring so much po kasi I seeing True Father na kasama niya yung ama ko na nagkumakausap sila, nakangiti, and then the all my tribes po talaga. And then, I know na kind of responsibility kung bakit ko napaginipan si True Father then. And then, instead kami po ng yung kabilang araw po na and my dream. So, bakit po ako? Bakit ako? So, seeing so many problems, but I'm so very happy because she always cheer me na kailangan kong gawin yung best ko, kailangan kong maging best family or best couple. Kaya I never give up po na I want to become leaders someday to really help the true mother po para sa mga tao din. So, I'm very thankful and grateful kasi nandito ako sa movement na even though na so very sa marami pong nangyayari sa family ko but I still have a purpose kung bakit na bakit pinaginipan ako ni True Father na ganun kailangan kong mag-striving hard. So, to read witnessing is so very lucky kasi naranasan ko yung ganun and then mabilis ako makapick up ng mga lecturing and then during the restoration in the front line, I really do my best and then good ancestor to really helping me na gumanda yung restoration ko even though sobrang hirap but I gusto ko lagi nasa front line to really experience a God of heart to really know what kind of heart true parents and then na paano ba maging leaders, paano ba maging something na ma-experience lahat. So, talagang, parang ano po ba, parang alam ko sa sarili ko na madami pa akong kulang, madami pa akong ano, but I really thankful and grateful for NLTP to really train so much na maging strong kahit anong mangyari. Even, kahit na pawin ka ng magulang mo, but I said na dito pa rin ako sa tabi na ni Heaven Friends at two parents and then all the leaders and my ano po even though na my spiritual mother Paul and then na ano po siya lumabas siya ng movement so I really did my best kasi always Sir Francis, Kumabi, all the leaders in NLTP and then loyalty to really supporting me na mag-grow pa even though tao po so many things happen that alam ko naman na mangyayari sa akin yun to really striving so much kaya I really did my best na maging leaders din and then to become national leader din hindi gusto ko national leader din someday busin ko lahat ng tao para makapunta sa para malaman nila yung divine principle so I want to encourage to all the magiging member ng movement na you need to go the front line, you need to for them in the Unification Church to you know yourself to na ano ba parang sila yung parang ako, sample ako, kaya pag-asa ako ng ancestors ko, pag-asa ako ng family ko, na kahit anong problema dumating sa iyo, you need to think the benevolent hearts. And then, kaya ako ganito rin nagsalita to really know what kind of said to me a true father talaga. Parang nag-reunion kami nung that time yun sa panaginip ko. And then yung una, pag-inipan ko si true father, yung about sa kuya ko, and then pangalawa about sa spirit world, and then sa paradise, and ngayon sa tribe ko. So really comforting me so much kaya yung determination ko sa always fight, na parang gusto kong maging kagaya ng mga leaders is striving so much talaga. Also sa LA, really maganda ng mga inspiration talaga. So very motivate na talagang someday ako din magbibigay din ng guidance para sa mga tao and sa mga next generation na na magiging leaders. Kaya thank you for always comforting me and then for inspiration. Also, Sir Francis, Mama Italia, I always be there, and Kom Abby, and all the leaders po, and Sir Jason, all the healthy, TV, really train so much na really strong. Na kahit anong mangyari, go, pansusuko. Kasi pag sumuko ko, walang mangyayari sa family ko, lalong magsasuffer. So, my restoration is good naman. Sobrang hirap talaga pag family yung i-witnessing. So, honestly, dala ko yung kapatid ko, but tumabas sila. Pero I still go pa din kasi sinasabi ko sa kanila na kahit tumabas sila, magdediretso pa rin ako kahit anong gawin sa akin ng mga tao, didiretso pa din ako. So, doon yun kung bakit na tiniling din ako ni Sir Francis na being members. Kaya kahit members ka, you need to become a leaders talaga. So, the best talaga na lahat po ng members or second gens to really encourage them na mag-undergo ng frontline and then to train our more to how to experience the God hearts to become leaders, to really help true mother and true father talaga. Kaya I'm very inspiring po na ang lahat po ng mundo kaya talaga gusto ko mag-reflect kasi lahat po nitong past day po kasi lahat ng ni Sir LA po na guidance. Talagang striking po talaga dun sa dreams ko bago mag-event po kahapon. Talagang so very happy. Kaya ganun po. So, I want to become a national leadership po na help. Katulad Sir LA, and then Sir Francis, all the best family, and the Sir Vincent, all the leaders po. So, yun lang po sa akin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Brother JP, for sharing your heart this morning. So, I think somebody would like to share. So this will be the last reflection, I think. So let's call. Sino yun? Kuya Johaini, Kalma, he wants to share his reflection. Ayan. Okay, let's welcome Kuya Johaini.
Good morning, God and true friends. Thank you for this opportunity to give this guidance to us. And by the way, nagpapasalamat ako dahil true mother is working so hard to unify the North and South Korea, na kinakausap yung mga religious leaders, mga government official, and then ngayon is nandito ako sa sa NLTP to grow more, and then nagpapasalamat ako dahil nandito ako na na malaman ko pa yung ultimate truth na for the truth that of the divine principle, and ma-meet ko pa yung true self, my true self dito sa NLTP. And that's all. And then nagpapasalamat ako sa mga leader po namin dito sa NLTP na tinutulungan po ako na mag-grow more, and then makilala ko po yung sarili ko. That's all. Thank you so much. Aju.
Raju, thank you so much, Raju Aini, for your hard work and for sharing your reflection this morning. So before we will proceed, I would like to ask our HQ staff if we have some announcement. I think. Okay, so silence means yes or no. So let's proceed now to our closing prayer. So I would like to call our FFWPU Malulus Bulacan City leader, Pastor Maria K. Alfonso, for leading the closing prayer.
Good morning, everyone, our national leader, our blessed families, Chombo families, and all our family members. Please join me in prayer. Good morning to you once again, our most beloved Heavenly Parent and loving true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Father, once again, we are inviting your divine presence to truly, Heavenly Parents, dwell within us, Heavenly Parents, throughout the day and throughout our lives, Heavenly Parents. Father, we know that we have so many things to do to really fulfill our portion of responsibility, to give ourselves, to contribute, and have our Chongsong Heavenly Parents to offer to you and to our true parents, particularly to our true mother, who is really longing to unite the Korean Peninsula, Heavenly Parents. Father, we have so many limitations. We have so many our own difficulties, but we have to really overcome all of this, Father, so that we could truly unite, Heavenly Parents, as one family under your dominion of love. Father, we really also longing, Heavenly Parents, to build your kingdom, Heavenly Parents, to each and everyone's selves, to each and everyone family, Heavenly Parents, and really longing for those who have left, Heavenly Parents, that our true mother also longing for, Heavenly Parents, to embrace each and every one. Father, thank you so much that you always waiting for our total submission, Heavenly Parents, in order for us to really become your true sons and daughters, Father. Heavenly Parents, we are so grateful that still our true mother is with us, Father. And while he is with us, Heavenly Parents, may all people, particularly those who left, Heavenly Parents, after receiving the true parents' blessing, have their selves to reflect and go back to their original position, Father in heaven. Thank you that despite of our shortcomings, limitations, and the mistakes and sins that have done in the past, still, Heavenly Parents, you want us to really become the heavenly treasures, Father in heaven. May we could truly be able, heavenly parents, to inherit the true love from you through our true parents. We really witness our true parents, their huge, their foundation, heavenly parents. Those difficulties and those suffering hearts, heavenly parents, of yours, heavenly parents, and our true parents, really must have our strength, heavenly parents, continuously overcome, heavenly parents, until we reach our goal to substantialize, heavenly parents, heaven on earth, heavenly parents, in our own selves, in our family, heavenly parents, in our tribes, and in our nation throughout the world. Father, thank you so much for our national leader, Leo Amelohalo. Despite of his young age, heavenly parents, he is truly matured and really longing for each and everyone, heavenly parents, of family members, all blessed families, heavenly parents, to unite as one under your dominion of love, Father. Thank you so much, heavenly parents, and may we could be able, heavenly parents, to give joy and comfort in return, heavenly parents, to you and to our two parents, and to all our brothers and sisters. Thank you, heavenly parents, for everything and all these things. I would like to pray, and I sincerely report these things to you in behalf of our brothers and sisters. This we pray in our names of Ramon and Gay Alfonso's blessed central family. Aju. Aju. Aju.
Aju. Okay, so now let's all offer our individual prayers. Aju, Aju, Aju. Okay, let's offer our final greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, ancestors. Good morning to our national leaders, Sir LA. Good morning po. And to all our leaders, and all our blessed families, Chonbo families, joining this morning. Magandang umaga po sa lahat. And maraming salamat po sa opportunity and to our CR family. Maraming salamat.
Morning.
Thank you.
Good morning po from Palawan.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to everybody.
Thank you, Ate Jenna.
Good morning, LA.
Good morning,
Good morning,
everyone.
Kuya Jojo.
Good morning, Ating NL.
Good morning, Kuya Pone,
Sir
Ate
Jo.
Jayo.
Ma'am Angel, good morning po.
Good morning, Tia.
Good morning, Tigabra.
Good morning, Kuya Julie.
Good morning, Mrs. Kittle.
Thank you so much.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Ma'am Pitel.
Good morning, everyone. Stay safe.
Leroy, Karomba, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Mother Miriam.
Thank you very much po.
My mother.
Good morning, Sonina.
Good morning, Tita Janet.
Good morning, Kuya Ren.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Relita. Good morning, Kapsat, Jocelyn.
Good morning, Laya.
Good morning, Kuya Jesse Mariano.
Good morning, Ate Marisa. Good morning, Kuya Froilan. Good morning, Kuya Sanay. Good morning, Ate
Good morning to
Shirley.
everyone.
Good morning, Brother Alex.
Hello, good morning, Kuya. Good morning, Kuya Roy. Brothers.